that every single person out there, regardless of where you live, that you are heeding all of your warnings of what they have to do day in and day out. So I cannot thank them enough for what they are doing. But please also make sure that you're following your local EOCs, emergency managements, making sure you're following your local news. And if there's anything that's coming out as far as evacuations, please make sure that you are evacuating as soon as possible. Because again, the last thing we want is that if you have decided to stay back and our firefighters are out trying to defend life and property and you end up getting stuck, you are taking them away from another hazardous area to come and save you, and they will. Because that is their job, and they will save you and put their lives before their own. So we're asking you to be responsible, to be conscious of what is information coming out from your local authorities and your statewide authorities, and you actually do evacuate. There always will be areas for evacuations, and also make sure you're following any road closures. We do have another road closure of 75 today based on another fire that's not right here. So please make sure that you're following those precautions. But make sure you're staying safe, number one priority, because if you are stuck inside, if you think that you're going to defend your home with a fire hose from your lawn, you are gravely mistaken. Your life is much more important than that of your house. So make sure that if you are in an evacuation area, that you are packing a bag, that you've got all of your medical supplies, all of your important documents, your insurance cards, and make sure that you're ready to leave when necessary. If anything comes up or you have, please make sure that you're reporting that. If you're suspected arson, can be also anonymously reported to the arson alert by calling 1-800-342-5869. Again, I'll repeat that number. It's 1-800-342-5869. So again, everybody be vigilant, be smart, and make sure that you're protecting yourselves and these brave men and women that are out there protecting you. Thank you.
Sean Allen, the district manager for Caloosahatchee, would like to give an update on the 36th Avenue fire. Sean?
Good afternoon, everyone. So as of right now, the fire is estimated at 8,663 acres, and we are at 50% contained. Our current operations include improving and holding the current fire lines, and we will be conducting mop-up for the next several days. So what that means is we will continue to expand on our fire lines and improve them for access for our other firefighters and brush trucks. And mopping up, we will find any hot spots, and we'll either use our heavy equipment or we will use a water source like from a brush truck to put some of those smokes out and to reduce that heat, to reduce any potential threat. So bearing in mind for the residents in the area, there's still going to be a lot of operations. There's going to be a lot of moving pieces. You'll see frequently bulldozers being loaded up, moved from one place to another, especially along Everglades Boulevard with all the roads. Can't track the dozers across the road, so we'll have to load them up and move. So just something for those residents to kind of keep in mind. Weather trend for the next few days, we're seeing a southerly wind flow at this point, so our humidities are starting to come up a little bit. Our chances for rain are increasing, but by no means does that mean we need to let our guard down. Chances for rain are staying kind of low, and the potential for fires is still extreme at this time. You know, until we get a significant amount of rain, our drought index is going to remain high. Fuels are going to remain very volatile and ready to go at any time. So folks just need to, keep vigilant. And again, with these storms comes lightning. So something to keep in mind for new starts. Could be a time where we have some issues with some other fires that could come up. But our focus, of course, is going to be getting this one contained and getting this one completed and tied in. Okay, thank you.
Commissioner McDaniel would like to say a few words.
And Commissioner, you couldn't have said it any better. The mantra here is be prepared. Have your bags packed, be ready, stay vigilant, stay informed with regard to our information sources that are in fact availed to us. On a moment's notice, this thing can jump. This fire knows no bounds. Our first responders are doing an amazing job. We've had enormous successes so far in keeping the fire contained. There has been loss, but as the commissioner said, human life is all of that. So you're not going to protect your home with the fire hose. If you have an opportunity and are advised to evacuate, please do so.
At this time, we would like to open up, if you have any questions for any of the panel, you can take your questions now.
Is there any concern of this growing any more than it already has? We say we have a 50% control. I mean, could this get any bigger?
The potential is, of course, excuse me. The potential, of course, is always going to be there. And when we say that the fire is 50% contained, there's still a significant amount of work that needs to be done to improve these lines to ensure that they are actually safe and we can really call them contained. We have improved lines that are put in, but as we widen those lines and we look for these hot spots, the threat is going to be there. And until we can really successfully say that the threat has been reduced is when we'll certainly see that containment continue to bump up and bump up. So, and push new line, improve line, and that's our plan, is to keep this thing exactly where it is.
Is there any area you're most concerned about?
Our bigger concerns are going to be obviously the urban interface areas where we've got lots of residences and structures. You know, of course, we want to make sure that we don't have an issue in that kind of area. And then, of course, looking at the wind directions, you know, we're having a bit of a southerly flow. So our concern is going to be looking at kind of the other end of the fire, making sure that something doesn't occur back towards where it first started and doesn't kind of go out the other way. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for now.
So there was 12 residences and 33 home buildings destroyed. Is assessment still ongoing for damages?
The question is that there were 12 homes lost with 33 damaged. Is there an expectation for more as they assess if there's?
Good afternoon. We completed our damage assessment and got those numbers in yesterday, and we feel very, very accurate that unfortunately, yes, we lost 12 homes and then the 33 out parcels. We are still working a couple of other angles, and there's a lot of folks that live out there pretty remotely that some things could surface, but we're very, very confident that our number is right there for now.
Are there any further questions for the panel? No? At this time, it concludes our press conference. Thank you so much for coming this afternoon.